What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Welcome to Alex Sports Talk and Bets. And I want you guys to take a good look at this picture before the video even begins. In this picture, you see three men in distress and only one man happy. And that one man happy is Joe Flacco, because he's the only one who doesn't care if he's going to lose his job, because he's aware making millions of dollars to be a 40-year-old backup quarterback who isn't expected to play is one of the best jobs in America. But everybody else is sick because they're one of many Shedeur Sanders haters. Now, if you haven't heard already, Shedeur Sanders played a great game last night, which you probably already heard, because on top of having a lot of haters, he has a lot of supporters too, namely black people. So you probably heard from the 1,000,001 black people who love Shedeur about how good he played last night, and they probably overhyped it a little bit. Just like you probably heard from the 1,000,001 haters of Shedeur, which are usually redneck dudes who sleep with their cousins, about how bad he was and how we shouldn't play into it. At the end of the day, Shedeur had a good game. Not a great game in my opinion, but a good game considering everything he overcame. In my opinion, he probably should be QB2 in Cleveland and start mid-season after letting Flacco help him get his legs under him a little bit. But we'll see if that's what happens, because this is the Browns after all. And part of me wonders if they don't want to be good. They just enjoy sucking. Either way, Shedeur completed 14 of 23 passes for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. I would say that was pretty solid when you've been performing as the 4th string quarterback on the depth chart the entire time. Dylan Gabriel looks shook, and he should, because he sucks. And there's no way he's better than Shedeur Sanders. I don't even know why they picked him. He's a good college quarterback, and he struggled to be that. Now, the funniest thing about this Shedeur situation is what the people who decided they wanted to hate on him are using to hate on him. Now, we knew it was coming, but of course I got to talk about the people who are all like, it's just the preseason. He's going up against 3rd and 4th stringers, and it's the Carolina Panthers. You guys are glazing. It's not that big of a deal. Well, number one, Shedeur started the game up against the Panthers starters. Just in case you didn't realize, Bryce Young and several other starters for the Carolina Panthers played in that game last night, offensively and defensively. Every single one, no, but quite a bit. So realistically, he was running with the Cleveland Browns 2nd, 3rd, and 4th stringers up against the Carolina Panthers starters, and he still held his own. But even deeper than that, it doesn't matter if it's a preseason game. When you're the 4th quarterback on the depth chart and you were drafted in the 5th round and you ball out, that is something to be celebrated, regardless who you're playing against. You guys cannot on one hand say this man sucks and was playing daddy ball and shouldn't have even been drafted, then turn around when he cooks backups and 3rd strings and say, well, they're just backups and 3rd strings. Understand, the 3rd and 4th string struggling to make a team in the NFL would start and dominate and be stars at your favorite college. And no, I don't care if your favorite college is Ohio State. I promise you, these dudes getting cut from NFL teams would go to Ohio State and proceed to cook everyone in the Big Ten and SEC. So it is still an accomplishment. But I also just want to point out the hypocrisy of a lot of sports fans. As always, for those of you who've been subscribed here for a while, you know I have an agenda. And that agenda is we are in the biggest era of uneducated, hating, annoying sports fans of all time. Why do I say that? Look at this. Underdog, which is a whole company, by the way, so I can't believe they would even post something like this, but I digress. You know, it's cool to be a hater now, so I shouldn't be surprised. Underdog decides to post Ashton Jeanty went off, obviously being sarcastic, and then talked about how he had 3 carries for -1 yards and 0 touchdowns. Now, here's the thing. Whenever you only get 3 carries in the game, obviously, you, 1, weren't a part of the game plan, and 2, didn't really play. Ashton Jeanty played 1 series, had a nice run, then got blown up in the backfield twice. How you can hold that against him, I don't know. But somehow, everybody wanted to run around on the internet, say that he shouldn't be here. He put up a bunch of stats against bum teams, which is not true. He didn't play great, but he didn't play terrible against Penn State, and he absolutely torched Oregon, who ended the year as the #1 team. So that's not true, but I digress. Anyways, everybody wants to say that Ashton Jeanty is garbage now. He's not good. He's trash. Now, what makes this funny, and it also highlights the hypocrisy of modern sports fans, are if we can call Ashton Jeanty trash when he only played in 1 series, had -1 yards, granted, but only had 3 carries, and it was 1 series, and he's going up against a bunch of backups, and he's a starter, so of course, according to you guys, he wasn't trying hard, then how come on the other hand we can't say Shedeur is good? This is the oxymoron we're in with current sports fans. Everybody wants to run to be a hater so fast that they don't even think about their hating. You can't diminish Ashton Jeanty based upon the preseason, but then also diminish Shedeur Sanders based upon that same preseason. Okay? If Ashton Jeanty's preseason performance means something, and it means he sucks, and it means he's not as good as everyone says he is because he didn't perform well in a game where he only got 3 carries in 1 series, then guess what? That would mean that Shedeur Sanders' game was impressive, as everyone is trying to tell you guys. He clearly should have been drafted higher, as everyone pretty much knew that he should have been, and he clearly should not be quarterback 4 on the depth chart. Now, if you believe that none of that matters because it was preseason, so therefore he's still not good, then guess what? Ashton Jeanty getting -1 yard and 3 carries should not mean that he sucks either. But that will require you guys to be able to do basic deductive reasoning and use actual sports knowledge and not be a biased hater, which apparently is no longer the cool thing to do. Everybody wants to be a hater now, even when it doesn't make sense. This is one of the most annoying things about modern sport fans, and I'm going to continue to bring it up until you guys stop because it legitimately drives me crazy. You guys are such haters that you can't even make your hating make sense. Like, it's not even fun to listen to you guys hate because your hate is so ridiculous. Your hate is so hypocritical. Your hate is so all over the place. You guys are like a bad version of Reverse Flash or Lex Luthor. Just stop it. Please quit hating. Either way, y'all, that's my thoughts on this situation. The dichotomy of NFL and modern sports fans are very funny, and I like how we're not even done with the first week of the preseason, by the way, and you already have people being hypocrites and giving the worst sports takes I've ever seen. Thus is the era that we're in. I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.